The majority of the NBA is made up of powerful duos unless you're the Brooklyn Nets. Usually the overall success of the team is determined by how good this duo is, and I'm going to tell you guys who I think is the best duo in the league along with the worst. Alright, so starting at number 30, the absolute worst duo in the league, Andre Drummond and Colin Sexton. The Cavs' young duo has a lot of potential, but I don't see them performing against even the 29th best duo in the league. Obviously, Colin Sexton just shut down the big three. Andre Drummond gets boards every single game, but they're just not there yet for me. At number 29, we got Shea and Al Horford, who are doing the best they can over there in OKC, but it's just not cutting it. Al Horford's kind of known for his playoff performances, and Shea's still young, but I can see him being an all-star within the next 2 years. In terms of their games, they don't really complement each other. They're barely a duo, but I had to put OKC somewhere. At number 28, we got the Bulls duo in Lowry Markkanen and Zach LaVine. Both very young and both have a lot of talent. Obviously, Lowry Markkanen has that shot and Zach LaVine has that athleticism. I don't know if these two would be good on a team other than the Bulls because the Bulls play them so much. Zach LaVine's the number one option. But with all that aside, they're a pretty good duo. At number 7, we got the Kings, who have De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. Although De'Aaron Fox hasn't improved a lot since his rookie year, he's still a very good player. Buddy Hield, on the other hand, is the second option on the Kings, which isn't saying much, especially since the Kings are such a low seed right now. Backcourt duos are usually pretty good, but this one just isn't cutting it yet. At number 26, we got D Rose and Blake Griffin, who are on the Pistons. Both of these players have been plagued by injuries throughout their career, but they're still a very solid duo. LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward are very interesting at the number 25 spot. Gordon Hayward got signed to the Hornets for about $30 million a year over 4 seasons, and people are shocked, but he's actually filling his role pretty well. LaMelo Ball just got benched, so it's actually hard to call these two a duo, but although he's putting up like 5 turnovers in 10 minutes, he's still pretty flashy, and I think their games complement each other. At number 24, we got the Knicks, who are finally good again. RJ Barrett and Julius Randle are leading this team to probably the 8th seed, but it's the playoffs nonetheless. I think their games complement each other perfectly, because when Randle drives to the paint and draws the defenders, RJ Barrett's usually open for a trey. Overall, they still have a lot to prove, but I think they're a better duo than the ones behind them. At number 23, we got Aaron Gordon and Nikola Vucevic. I feel like Vucevic is a very underrated center. He's putting up numbers, and no one ever notices him. The two main things holding them back is the record and the fact that Aaron Gordon is very one-dimensional, which does not help Vucevic at all. I personally believe both of these players need to be traded. Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. are sitting at number 22 on this list. They're both very young and actually complement each other quite well. Of course, Ja Morant has had a few injuries recently, but that's not going to hold him back from being one of the better duos in the league. This might be controversial, but at number 21, we got John Wall and Christian Wood on the Houston Rockets. The reason I put them above Memphis is because John Wall is an established point guard and Christian Wood is on the come up. I mean, he's going crazy right now. Any player along with John Wall definitely improves, but Christian Wood especially, as he's like a 6'10" big who can shoot that three like it's nothing. John Wall playmakes, kicks it out to him. They work together well. Definitely a top duo in the league. At number 20, we got whatever the hell is going on in Washington, Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. Their record is god-awful, and goddamn, Westbrook, what are you doing? If Russell averages his triple-double numbers like before, I can see this duo being top of the league. At number 19, we got the highly slept-on Timberwolves, who have D'Angelo Russell and Cat. I thought these guys were supposed to be great friends, but they're not gelling together at all. I mean, seriously, I don't see how these guys' games complement each other. D'Angelo Russell is centered around the three-point line, and Cat is too, but the main advantage of Cat is that if someone drives in, he's usually open for a kick out, or it just pulls the bigs out of the paint. But it doesn't seem like D'Angelo Russell is even using the paint, so I don't really see how these guys mix. I think they need an actual small forward who can draw in some defense. At number 18, we got the Pacers, who have Malcolm Brogdon and what is his name? At number 18, we got the Pacers, who have Malcolm Brogdon and Domantas Sabonis. Domantas Sabonis is highly underrated by me especially, but by the league itself. Domantas Sabonis has got that 3 down, same as Malcolm Brogdon. The difference between the Timberwolves and the Pacers is that Malcolm Brogdon actually drives in. Domantas Sabonis is the clear star of this duo, which means that they're being held back by Malcolm Brogdon. Nonetheless, a pretty good duo. Number 17, we got the Spurs, who had DeMar DeRozan, my favorite player of all time, and LaMarcus Aldridge. Although LaMarcus is on his last legs and DeMar is kind of taking a step back because of Greg Popovich's coaching, these guys are still pretty good. They kind of sit around the middle of the league, but their games do complement each other. Similar to the Pacers, DeMar drives in a lot and kicks it out multiple times a game, and a lot of those times it's to LaMarcus Aldridge, who can knock down a mid-range jumper from anywhere. This duo has great chemistry, and you love to see DeMar do good. Number 17. At number 16, we got Trae Young and John Collins. These guys work really well together as Trae throws those lobs. Very exciting. I love how these guys play. As Trae works around the three-point line but moves in for those floaters, John Collins is usually there to pick them up. I honestly don't know how this team isn't doing better. I feel like the GM is doing a great job in putting a lot of bigs around Trae Young that he can work with. They're also very young, which is definitely a plus as they're showing great potential. Number 15, we got Curry and Andrew Wiggins on the Warriors. These guys don't really gel well together, especially since Andrew Wiggins is so goddamn garbage. In terms of a duo, these guys aren't very good, but in terms of just star power, Curry is carrying his team and is definitely the best player on this list so far. At number 14, we got Brandon Ingram and Zion. We're playing on the Pelicans right now. I don't know why this team isn't better. It's probably because Zion plays like 30 minutes a game. As soon as Zion gets in shape, this team could be lethal. As far as the duo goes, they're kind of just doing their own thing right now. They don't gel well, but they don't take away from each other's games. At number 13, we got the very underrated duo on Utah, which is Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Although Rudy Gobert is getting clowned recently for getting a huge contract and all he does is play defense, but he definitely deserves it in a way. I know they had some beef recently since Rudy Gobert kind of shut down the whole entire NBA. They even said their relationship is unsalvageable, but it's clear that it's been fixed. Utah's doing good. This duo is pretty solid. At number 12, we got my Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam. I very well could have put the Raptors backcourt, but I feel like these two are different in so many ways that it helps. Kyle's got a shot, Siakam can draw defenders, both drive and kick. Siakam can also shoot threes, so when Kyle drives in, wide open three. I also think Kyle's leadership contributes to this, as every single time Siakam bricks a game winner, Kyle's there to dap him up, you know what I'm saying? Right above the Raptors at number 11, we got Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray has definitely taken a step down from last year's playoffs, but he's still an alright player. Nikola Jokic is arguably the best center in the league. I have someone else against him, but, you know, we'll leave that for later. These two gel really well as Jamal Murray can hit that three, and once again, Nikola Jokic draws in some defenders, and he has great playmaking. Number 10, I got the highly controversial Phoenix Suns. This is a playoff team. Devin Booker has that killer's instinct, and we've seen what Chris Paul has done when he's an underdog. I feel like Chris Paul is mentoring Devin Booker right now, which is why I have a lot of respect for these two. With all that being said, did these guys' games really complement each other? Not entirely, but getting any weight off of Devin Booker's shoulders helps a lot. Number 9, we're officially entering the very good duos in the league. I know earlier I said that Nikola Jokic is not the best center in the league. This is where he comes in. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are sharing the number 9 spot. These guys complement each other greatly. Their chemistry is on point. They both have the same mindset. They both want to win. The thing holding them back is every single time Joel Embiid kicks out to the 3, he bricks it. Both of these guys are very exciting to watch, which also contributes to this. What they got going on in Philadelphia seems to be working. Right above them at number 8 is Luka and Porzingis. I don't know how this team isn't doing better than they are. Luka and Porzingis are the perfect duo. Their games complement each other. Both of them can hit a 3. Both of them can play make. I'd just like to see Porzingis take that next step, as he's not doing a lot right now. As soon as I see this team win, they could jump all the way up to top 5. Number 7, we got one of the few backcourt duos in the NBA. Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum has taken a big jump this season, which propels his team so far up. The thing holding Dame back is that he's always taking bad shots, but, you know, he's still a very good player. This duo works well together. If nothing's there for Dame, passes it to CJ, maybe he has something. Nothing there for CJ, passes it to Dame, maybe he has something. Number 6, we got the Heat's duo of Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Very good defensive duo, and they work really well together. I love this duo. Their games complement each other perfectly. It's another team where when Jimmy drives in, Bam's always open for that Jimmy. Right above the Heat at the number 5 spot, we got the Celtics, who have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum is a crazy player at the top of the league. There's not a lot he can improve on. However, Jaylen Brown definitely needs to improve on his shot creating. He's still trying to find out how to make his own shot, but overall, they work well together. In order for them to take the next step, they need to do something in the postseason. We haven't seen them really make a big splash, so we got to see what happens. Number 4, we have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. This duo is very controversial as they came into the league dangerous, but then they left last season as a joke. Both small forwards, both crazy defenders, both good shot makers. There's nothing this duo really needs to improve on except for just playing together and winning. I feel like they're both starting to grow tired of each other, And I could see this duo breaking up pretty soon, but still, they have so much firepower. Number 4. Number 3, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis and Chris Middleton. I've seen people say that this duo isn't really a duo in terms of complementing their games, but I mean, come on. The whole Bucks team was based around Giannis driving in and having shooters all around him. And Chris Middleton fits perfectly into that system. They both want to win. They both can't win. They got 2 things in common there. I want to see them take the next step by making it to the finals, but I guess we'll have to see what happens. And number 2, Lakers, Nets, Lakers, and it's the Nets. It's the Nets. Now, the Nets have 3 star players, but I think their duo is Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Like Kyrie said, the thing with this duo is both of them can make those clutch shots. Both of them are very exciting to watch, and I'm excited to see what they can do in the postseason. I put Kyrie over James Harden because I feel like Kyrie complements his game a lot better than James Harden. I mean, Harden's kind of just being a facilitating player right now. With the space for these two to grow and strive, I got them at the number 2 spot. Number 1, I think you already know who it is. It's LeBron James and Alex Caruso. It's LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Besides my Raptors, this is the only duo who has actually won a ring together, which definitely puts them above the others. They gel together well. Both of them can hit the shots. Both of them can hit the clutch shots. And both of them are defensive gods. I don't see anyone topping this duo for years to come. Might even be one of the greatest of all time. Tell me what you thought about my list, who you thought should have been higher, who you thought should have been lower. Other than that, like and subscribe. Thank you. I'm out.